Hello from the Bureau. Miriam here with your Friday forecast update, looking ahead at the weekend that's to come. We're going to touch on the cool and largely settled conditions across most parts of the country, but we'll also have a look at those couple of fronts that are moving across the southeastern states. So jumping right in with our current satellite imagery, we can see those settled conditions already in the largely clear skies pretty much across the entire continent. Really, the only part of the country seeing any cloud at the moment is the southeast, where a weak front crossing Tasmania is bringing a little bit of shower activity to Tassie and also southern Victoria. Through the rest of today, we're going to see that front moving off into the Tasman Sea, bringing us a little bit of an easing in the showers before the next front comes through tomorrow. The rest of the country, though, is really going to be under the influence of this high pressure system that's sitting to the south of Western Australia. The high pressure system is going to bring very settled conditions and pretty sunny conditions as well for the weekend across most of our capital cities, as you see. Across the southeast, though, we're just waiting for this next front to hit. It is going to be a bit windier than the first that's moving through today, bringing some gusty conditions to Tasmania and southern Victoria, as well as a fresh burst of showers. We're also going to see a fresh burst of colder air with the snow level dropping down to around 800 metres or so over Tasmania and around 1300 metres or so over the mainland, so mainly affecting the Victorian Ranges and southern alpine New South Wales. It will move through pretty quickly though, and as we get to Sunday morning, even into Sunday afternoon, we're going to see most of those showers moving east. That means some sunnier breaks even for the likes of Melbourne and Adelaide. Likely still some showers lingering along the western Tasmanian coast, but it should be a bit of a nicer day in Hobart as well. Meanwhile, across the rest of the country though, a very similar day to what we saw on Saturday. That high is still the dominant weather feature, which means those sunnier skies are still going to continue across most of the country. For our temperatures this weekend, we've got another cold morning on the way for tomorrow. Single-digit overnight minimum temperatures in the southeast, even pushing into central parts of the country in this cold southerly flow. The clear skies at night are also going to help the temperature to drop down. We may see frosts forming across the east, possibly also across southern inland Queensland and parts of the southern NT. So be a watch for that one on your local forecasts. As we go further into the day on Saturday, we're going to see below average conditions across most of the country. Really, the only part of Australia that's looking at warmer than average conditions is the far west coast, where we're getting a bit of heating in the air as it moves over the continent and towards the west coast. That temperature pattern is really going to be copied and pasted into Sunday. Another cold morning on the way, not quite as chilly as Saturday morning, but still very cool, with the daytime maximum temperatures looking very similar as well. Generally low to mid-teens in the southeast, the higher teens pushing into the low 20s up the east coast, and then a little bit warmer through the north as it always is. Once again, we're going to see above average temperatures along the west coast though, so some milder conditions there. With a cool weekend on the way and those couple of fronts moving through the southeast, it's still important to keep up to date with your local forecasts via the Bureau's website and weather app. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.